All right, we're going to start our landforms tour. I'm going to start with Hazel Point, where I am sitting right now. So what sort of landforms, observations, or questions do you have on this area here? Now, Hazel Point would be in this open field right here. This picture must have been taken before we got this building built. My classroom and where I'm sitting is probably about right there. And I look out my window at Echo Hill. Let me zoom out a little bit so you can get a little bigger view of the area around. Here's the city of Marion down here. There's Robbins, Westfield Elementary would be over here. So you can pause this video at any point. I'm going to go through these fairly quickly so I can get them all in the time frame that we have here. All right, I'm going to head out to Mount St. Helens. Okay. What are we seeing here? What type of landform is this? Zoom in a little on an area. What sort of landforms do you see here? Or just other observations? You don't necessarily have to be landforms. You could mention something about the trees over here. And again, you can pause this video at any point. Here's a view from the top. Zoom in on this. Appears to be a lake. It is. Here's another view of Mount St. Helens. Coming up, here we go. So this was a volcano that erupted about 40-50 years ago. At one point, it had a nice peak on the mountain, and then when the volcano erupted, it blew the top of the mountain off. You can sort of start to see here in this area where the mountain or the volcano is building itself back up. At some point, it will be nice to have a nice peak again, maybe. It's a few years away. Okay, we're going to head to the Aleutian Islands. Again, remember you can pause this video at any point to look at some of these areas a little closer. So, again, what Google Earth does, all this blue is ocean. It takes the water away so we can see what the land looks like under the ocean, because we want to look at landforms. So here are the Aleutian Islands, or some of them anyway. I'm going to zoom in on these smaller islands here. See what you notice about those look like mountains, maybe. I'm going to go out over to, I think it's this one. You can really see the peak of that mountain there. And then when we look at this one, notice that it's got a crater Maybe another crater there. These are all volcanoes. This one where we can see, yeah, you can kind of see the top of that volcano right there. And if we go to the second view of the Aleutian Islands, we'll see another big crater. Right here. And inside this crater, we have a lake. A lake inside of a crater on an island in the ocean. As I zoom further out, you'll see the Aleutian Islands are islands off the coast of Alaska. This is Alaska here. You can really see this line right here on the floor of the ocean. All right, let's warm up and head to Hawaii, the Nepali coast. This is one of the islands in Hawaii, of the Hawaiian Islands. Zoom out just a little bit so you can get a little bigger, closer view there. And I'm going to click on this right here so you can see kind of a sea level view. You can really see how tall those mountains are, or how quickly those mountains go up, I guess, how steep those mountains are. So what landforms are we seeing here? Or other observations that you have? Let's go to our second view. You can see a good valley, I think, on this one. You can really see how steep those cliffs are. I'm going to zoom out here so you can get a better view or a better idea of where we're looking here. I put north back to north. So here's the Hawaiian Islands here. There's the big island of Hawaii. Here is Maui, one of the other main islands that people might visit if they go to Hawaii. Oahu, where Honolulu and Pearl Harbor are. And then this is Kauai, where we just were looking. All right. And the last place for today is Death Valley. Oh, I think we skipped the Alaskan glaciers. We'll go back to that in a second. My bad. Let's do Death Valley first. So like the name suggests, this is probably a valley. Look around here. Okay, and then we missed the Alaskan glaciers. I'll go back to that. That'll be a last one for right now. So what do you suppose all this white is? So these would be glaciers right here. Again, basically a river of ice. It's slowly sliding down these valleys, these hills, these mountains. Here's another glacier over here. You can see a really big glacier here. Maybe a lake right there. Yep, that would be a lake. Down a little bit lower where it's a little bit warmer. All right, so that's it for this first set. We'll do another set a little bit later on.